and clip it yesterday. I think that got picked up in the pre-game recording. They're back in the lobby and Shade isn't here. Jeff,
Well,
you've lied to me. Oh, for crying out, Mike. You told me they were in-game and wanted to start now, so I was like, fuck, I can't kill the Patriarch, I've got to come over here and cast and shit. Sounds to me like you led me on. I'm sorry, but if you, like, take a photograph in a public telephone booth about going to this address at this time to have some fun and I end up getting raped, it's still your fault.
I thought your nightly encounters only happen with an Amazon who resembles a black octopus, I think as you called it.
Actually, as irony would have it, after making fun of Raz's vagina for the last couple of weeks, did you read The Sun today by any chance?
No, I saw the front page of it, I believe, but...
There's this sea slug thing.
Oh, I think I can see where this is going.
And it envisions the perfect, terrifying vagina.
I'm actually glad I didn't see that then. I remember playing Borderlands and I used to call this boss the vagina monster or something stupid, but that's pretty much the real life equivalent, I guess, only a lot smaller. Wait, is Vipox and Hippie are playing? Interesting. Fairly decent. I mean, Vipox is, he was actually playing a lot last year with Team Obnoxia, and they used to be one of the top teams in Europe. And he used to be a former teammate of mine, and very briefly though, during Fragpipe with Parents of Belgium, so yeah, he's pretty decent.
Jeff, you're offline. We can't join on you if you're not online.
I would if
No.
I had him on my friends list, but I don't, unfortunately. Oh, actually, hold on a second. I have oh, sorry, Matt. I have.
Join in, shut up. Can't be nipples. Check that out, Jeff. Tell me that is not the most terrifying vagina you witness in your nightmares every night. Oh no, it's fine. It's a newspaper. It's a legit source. It's a slug, but it has teeth. Check it out, Dragon. It's fucking twisted.
I'm trying to, but it's fucking slow loading in the Steam browser. Still loading. Still loading.
God damn. See what I mean? It's fucking terrifying.
Good fucking lord. What in the world of flying fucks is that? Jesus.
It's a fucking sea slug, but it's like, it looks like a vagina with teeth.
That's a vagina dentata creature, that is right there.
That is what women evolved from.
From the slug.
And they kept the teeth.
Do not shoot me!
You have to have some unbelievable amount of bravery to have anything to do with that.
Fat chicks need love too.
So you're saying that's pretty much your encounter with Ras every time then?
Yeah.
Okay, now I understand.
Well, she terrifies me.
Right, I'm going offline, I'm not taking any risks.
I'd go offline, but Vincent would have a cow because he'd have no one to speak to.
Well, I mean, he could just be in another channel on this server, and he could just whisper to us, like the vegan whisperer that he is.
What? Alpha Warums. I don't know, what do you think of this match, Dragon?
Could be interesting with Vipox and Hippie on board.
I don't know, I mean, hopefully fucking Sinister's improved since...
Yeah, well, I know I've only played a few mixes with both Vipox and Hippie, and this is after POB died, but we had a few close games with the likes of Businessmen and Aimshot, like only like winning or losing by like a couple hundred points. So if they can like play at their best, then they could actually probably challenge Cynister. But I'm actually surprised that Vipox, being from Germany, has lower ping than Fanix does, when Fanix is further west, closer to the States.
I think I've just made Benson a virgin for the rest of his life. I showed him the slug.
He's gonna have nightmares from now on because of that. You ever were like living in the same house as him, you're just gonna wake up to the sound of him saying, "No, not the teeth, not the teeth!"
It's gonna be great. The first time he goes down on a woman, that thing is just gonna prop up in his face. So do we have Warums for both teams, Jeff?
Actually, with Vipox and Hippie, they might actually speak English now, because I don't think both of them can. Yeah, and I'd love to hear Fanix speak it. Yeah, but that's because Vipox is German and Hippie is I think either. God, he's something. I know that, but what? I don't know.
He's something. Way to fucking narrow it down.
He's from Eastern European, I'm pretty sure, but I don't know if he's like... I think he's Yugoslavian. I'm pretty sure he's from Yugoslavia, so yeah, I'm going with Yugoslavia.
Well, the guys playing Death Wish currently are all Indian. I feel like I'm in the middle of a Virgin Media call centre, it's fucking insane.
He's listening to the cast.
Who's watching the cast?
Slovenian, that's the one.
Slovenian, there we go.
Be Yugo almost sounds something like a Japanese anime show. So what are you doing after this cast battle? Are you going off to play some Death Wish or whatever?
I'm probably gonna fiendishly masturbate, then maybe sleep. I was up until like 5:30 yesterday doing this shit.
What, masturbating till 5:30?
Oh no, the masturbating started at 5:30, but I was casting until about 5.
Do you, like, meticulously plan out these marathons of yours?
I have to plan them out so I don't get interrupted. There's nothing worse than starting and stopping. Gets on my tits.
I can imagine. I mean, with your sister in the house and the foreman's grill going off. The dogs. The sea slug with teeth.
Goddamn sea slug.
I'm just waiting for you to say that's a shout out to Rustilian, by the way.
It will be, don't worry. See, is she online right now? I'm going to send her a message.
Well, go see a dentist. The little African boy.
Oh well, link sent to Raz, and an explanation for why she's been sent a link saying, I went googling and found your vagina. Oh, game is going live.
Alright,
Are we live?
we are going live. This is it, folks. So it's top EU starting off as survivors, and the lineup is Vipox, Hippie, Phanex and Burns. Vipox and Phanex both being former teammates of mine, so I know them a little bit. And on the other team we have Shade, I believe, R2, Regstar, and is that Leo?
I think it's Wook.
Oh, Wook, okay.
May well be Leo, I'm not sure. Damn aliases.
Well, it seems like most of the infected are going to come off from the roof on the left side. Shell's keeping watch.
Yeah, opening setup for the SR, we have a Smoker, Jockey, Charger, and Boomer. Oh, and now a tank instant spawn with a tank.
A double charge as well from the Charger getting Nick and Rochelle. Tank is up in the hands of, is that Shade?
I think it is Shade, but let's take it to an infected war room.
Yep.
Go, Jeff, go!
Go!
Shit, there's so many spaces to go. Explode my jockey.
Yo, Boomer, going in.
I'll be ready.
What?
Go, he's gonna get right there.
Got one boom.
Fuck.
What's that?
What's up?
Nice.
Got this guy. No, what?
He's
Over
up.
my head.
Get up, get over. What the fuck?
I'm ready,
Why am I
Charger.
joining
Charger.
I'm ready, I'm ready. Let's go.
Got coach.
Left up.
What a fucking charge!
Get.
Where
Get fucking up! Oh my god!
Yeah, you saw.
Fucking
I
Jay.
have more health than you. I can kill him.
Oh,
Oh,
my
get cleared.
God,
I have 400 health.
how will you die? Wow.
Alright,
we are back. Fine, you take it. We're back. Impressive tank by Cynister. A lot of work. A nice early corner. SI support as well was really well thought out. Smoker got the separation pull. One boomed in the back. Tank had already cornered Rochelle rather early. And, well, led to a wipe. A really impressive start for Cynister. Really rough start for top EU.
Yep, they're under pressure now to emulate the same result, basically. But I think that their main downfall there was just not enough chipping action on that tank. I mean, Nick, I don't know, was it Nick who was cornered at first? Tank still
Rochelle
had
got
3,000.
And then Nick just kind of followed the tank and laid into him, but someone was cornered like way at the back and because of the boom, and then someone got smoked as well, so the tank just was not getting any chip at all. He got out with 3,000 HP.
Yeah. Well, in any case, this round is now going live. Let's see what Cynister can do. It looks like top EU will go for a very similar attack there. 3 on the left roof, as 1 on the right boomer. What's going to happen here?
Yeah, I think what they really need to do is they need to get that boom, just to give the tank enough time to push in, avoid all chip as it gets across the roof. Oh yeah, Death Charge would really help them.
Yeah. Well, it seems like the jockey's just going in solo.
Tank is already up. Boomer gets a boom on too. Tank's gonna push straight in with that.
Yeah. Let's see what
It's
he
just an
can do.
infected Warren, Jeff.
Derrière
Get the boom, guys. Get the boom, guys.
Oh my god.
In captain.
Encore deux.
Let's go in, let's go in, let's go in. Go in.
Un kick it. Un cap les deux. Derrière. Go in, Vipox. Go in, Vipox. Go in,
You
Vipox.
can go in, you can go in.
Squash him, squash him, squash him. Putain, mais...
Oh, that's it. we
Oh,
are back.
that is it. It's a wipe.
That is another wipe. Again, another impressive tank. We're going even now with, maybe the same? No. It does seem that, Top EU will take, well, a 15-point lead, going into the next map. But, impressive from both teams, really. I mean, the tank work was brilliant.
That was absolutely superb, and I especially like Hippie Charger at the end there, or Yugo Charger if you want to call him that as well. Just hiding away from Rochelle, and just timing that charge well enough to land it to complete the wipe. So, excellent all-round infected play from both teams, indeed. I'll have to give a shout out to Vensa for being too fucking busy on MSN tonight to join us in
Indeed.
content.
I mean, I think this is going to be a really good match, actually. I mean, both teams are very evenly matched after the first game.
Oh, this is interesting. I'd really like to see Crescendo tank here with this alarm run.
I'm grabbing pills.
So it seems like Team Cynister do have a boomer, smoker, charger, and a jockey for the first attack. And it would appear that the survivors are going full science SMGs.
Reloading.
Indeed, and I do have a shout out from Soulstar to myself for being the sexiest bastard alive. I thank you, sir, and I agree fully with you.
Well, it'd probably be the sexiest because you've encountered a sea slug and lived to tell the tale.
Ugh.
Reloading. Reloading.
Well, there's a Nyx going out on the side of the van,
Reloading.
clearing a few comms. See the boomer's poised on the roof opposite the safe room. Got a charger on top of the safe room. Jockey and charger going in, trying to get Nick. Oh, a charge up the stairs, missed. And a jockey tried going as well. Charger going in for scratches, but not doing anything. We get one scratch. The smoker
Pretty good shutdown. Oh, Jeff,
kill.
could you respect as well, please, Jeff? You're also on my HUD. And we do have a shout out from Soulstar too, Jeff, who is apparently also sexy. I'm not inclined to agree with this. Looks like survivors will be checking for the early HR spawn inside the park area. It's not there; it's just an SMG.
No.
Over at Gazebo, we have another SMG, but it is a silenced one as well.
Yeah.
Not sure what's a toilet. We've got a toilet, another SMG, so no HR.
There is no HR before the event.
Those zombies
In
are
fact,
way armed.
it's not until next to the button to turn off the alarm.
Wow.
Yeah, they're gonna have it pretty hard.
So
Especially
SI
the
is trying to come in with Hunter going in over the hedge, gets dead stopped and shut down.
Charger
Charger coming
coming.
in. Charger's
Charger.
miss. Spitter's shut down. Really good shutdown again by Top EU. They're really sort of playing on the hesitance that Cynister is showing on their SI at the moment.
Yeah.
Seems that
Well,
the
then
Hunter had pre-spawned really early.
Oh, there's a horde behind as well. Not gonna do much trouble in there.
They are pretty split right now, but I mean, spawns are coming back up for the SI. It looks like they'll probably try and sack this Boomer and Hunter. But they might go in with a full attack, just do some extra
They are
damage
with
they need it.
Smoker. It looks like they're just going to try and sack the Boomer stuck up, but still landing one on Nick. The Hunter's coming around as well. Well, pouncing around, getting a bit chipped. It's Rexer.
Don't know why he's just not going in. I mean, he seems a bit destined to get that DP, but he's saving, essentially, a half HP Hunter.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure about that decision.
It would be pretty awesome if he landed a heavy damage bounce.
Yeah, but if he does it now, I mean, the survivors are going to be able to push the choke with SI only having 3 spawns. But they do have a Jockey, Spitter, Charger and Hunter, albeit a chipped Hunter.
This could be brutal. Very brutal for turn right. Charger's going in from front. Oh, he's landing on fences. But a double charge with a Spear with a Hunter behind and a Jockey, it's a trickup.
Wow, that's a lot of damage.
Oh, the Jockey's riding Ellis back into the cedar truck. This
Coach is now down as well. Wow, what an impressive hit by Cynister, considering they hadn't done much work with their SI up until that point. That was a massive hit. In cap on 2 people.
Yeah.
That's definitely going to be that's definitely going to be a frag grid material.
Allow me to rephrase that. That wasn't brutal, that was orgasmic. That attack. So much down, no permanent outbreath, and they still haven't triggered the tank.
Yep, no pills, no tank yet, no permanent health.
Only one adrenaline shot.
And the SI are back up to hitting near enough the same place.
Yeah.
Oh, they have another charge spit.
But
the pause has gone out. Well, if you've just joined us, recap on that next attack. What a hit. Charger and Spitter. Charger with a double charge into the corner with a spit on top, which in-capped Nick. Rochelle took a shed load of spit damage as well. Jockey grabbing, who was it? I think it was Ellis, and running him back into this trailer where they started the event. Yeah. And a Hunter going in on Coach to get a full in-cap. So, I mean, that destroyed the solid HP. I think every survivor walked into that event with at least 90 solid HP.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just like everything fell into place for Team Cynister with the way the survivors moved, the Charger getting a double charge at the front. It's like it all fell into place like a inch-perfect jigsaw puzzle.
I mean, I questioned, I take it back, I mean, I questioned Rexstar of keeping his Hunter with only 100 HP on it, and he's still got a full in-cap on it. So, I mean, a really, really well done tri-cap by Team Cynister. They're doing, just eradicating any hope of health bonus.
Yeah. It turns out
spawned up.
Hippie is disconnected from the server, so it seems like he's the one who might be having problems. And I think there's R2 declaring he is looking for love, and you can find him in Africa, so... Hey ladies. There you go.
We have a shout out from Stool to Kiss Me. I miss you.
Oh yeah, I watched that VOD earlier today that was about stools. It was like a stool craze or fascination.
Did you watch the pre-game cast, was it?
Don't think I watched the pre-game one, no.
Well, basically the origin of the stool conversation comes from a 30-minute pre-game cast with the casters of the game and Fig, I believe it was, testing out his camera work and making sure everything was working. And yes, as the link that Jeffrey has just posted, go there and you can see it. Cover your ears, it is not safe for children. If you're extremely homophobic, it's probably not safe for you either.
Sounds right up my alley. And whilst we seem to be in the middle of a lengthy pause, I'd just like to remind you guys there is a show match coming up soon. It's going to be absolutely fascinating. 8 of the top players in the US scene testing out a new Deathwish config, most likely on Dark Parish as well, as I'm sure you'll probably remember from the cast last night that Battle so accurately put down all the details of it.
Yeah, if anyone would like a recap on the details of Deathwish, you're more than welcome to add either myself, well, you'll have to add myself because Dragon is offline for fear of DDoS. You can add me on Steam and put it in the form of a shout out if you want, or just ask me directly and I'll tell you the changes that Deathwish brings to the config.
It's going to be
definitely a good mod.
Yeah. It's going to be a feature in the international leagues as well. Not a default one, but an optional one at least, so people can play it if they want to. But I don't see why not. I mean, with Deathwish, with like the top European or Asian teams, or top American teams versus each other, or top national teams versus each other on that config, it's just like an absolute mouth-watering combination. For like any caster's dream, that would be.
Deathwish, better than sex.
Yeah. Coming from battle, that's saying a lot.
I may touch myself inappropriately, but when it does come to Deathwish, I'm very focused on what's going on screen. Yes, admittedly that alarm is getting rather tedious right now.
Yep. Maybe you could fulfill your rota a bit more with this going on.
Could indeed, but I'm afraid to open my web browser.
We've got time.
I know I had a pause earlier, a 5-minute pause on the event on map 4 of Dead Air. And just hearing those drums going crazy, I thought there were Zulus coming over the hill behind my home.
That'd be quite a flashback if Michael Caine were playing this game, wouldn't it?
It would. It's like, oh god, they're coming again. Well, it looks like we still don't have Hippie back in the server yet, so again, if you have any shoutouts, send them my way and I will happily read them out. As far as I'm aware, it's past the watershed in America, so I can say whatever the hell I like. Jeff, can you confirm this? Only 4? God damn it. Ah, there we go. I admire your enthusiasm for bad language and sexual references, Jeff. I really do.
Well, hey, it's past midnight here. I consider this a late night show. Make it more
Fuck
for
it.
realism. Yeah, fuck it, we'll do it live. Another thing that's going on right now at the moment.
Ah, yes, indeed. I believe it's being run by Resilient and Soulstar. So, if you haven't signed up to that yet, I think sign-ups are still open. It's on a first-come, first-served basis. Sign-ups are indeed closed, according to Jeff. But it'll definitely be something to look out for. Because Jeff will be casting. Oh, it's apparently a weekly thing now, not a weekend thing. Goddamn conflicting information. But yep, fuck it, let's do it live. We'll be going live as well, so I'm not sure what teams are signed up all together, but it should be fun. I mean, it's always nice to have some tournaments running alongside other tournaments, providing they don't clash, and providing everything runs smoothly.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. I mean, we've been testing a little bit in the CGFB community with custom campaigns, and one that's particularly interested me is Barcelona. I actually think it's got a bit of potential for some good on Confogl play.
Oh,
Like,
how
even
was
the
it, Jeff?
finale is interesting.
Well, it seems that Jeff played Barcelona on Confogl last night, Dragon. So hopefully he can give us some insight on how it plays out.
I'm interested to hear his insight on that. It gives me the impression of being pretty good, but I've only tried on vanilla bots so far. Oh, and Vincent and Savatan doing a test.
Finale has no
brilliant!
weapons. Jesus.
God, that's even trying to push it beyond Deathwish in a way.
Yeah, the finale, if I do remember correctly, on Barcelona was pretty brutal.
Yeah.
With no weapons, I assume it'd be even more so.
It's like the modern day equivalent of trying to storm one of those, like Chinese palaces in the Forbidden Temple or wherever it is. It's like never ending, like, ascending of the stairs.
I don't know, actually, when it comes to when it comes to wars in terms of China, I'm just reminded constantly of the Red Cliff and Chibi. Amazing films where you get to see the full extent of a Chinese, I guess, movie cast would be the term. Such articulate battle plans from both sides of it that it was just really incredible to watch.
It seems like we're still waiting on Hippie, who we now think might be suffering from nerves because of this particular match. Never
I'd
actually
actually shit my
fought
pants too if I got hit that hard at the first choke of the event, especially after doing so well throughout the map thus far.
Yeah. And in fact, I really hope this is a game that does turn out to be about the infected, because those are some really spectacular ones, you know, to watch and to cast.
Yeah, I believe it was in the EFPS tournament where we got to watch Cynister themselves actually perform extremely well on Swamp Fever on Infected. Some really nasty hits and tricaps going in not necessarily designated choke points, as I like to call them. Just surprise attacks which really caught the survivors off guard and did phenomenal damage. It was just really nice to watch two good teams play each other with really good Infected play.
Yeah. I remember Sinister versus 4-Axis Hard Rain.
That was another good one.
That was pretty epic. Oh, Hippie's back,
Hippie's back
finally. Where the hell's he been? I'm sure he got stoned in between this.
He's Slovenian, not Dutch.
Doesn't matter to him, he can still get the goods. So he has connections. As you can see, Phanex is English is clearly not his first language, so one word at a time for him. Yes, I'm gonna have to watch the VOD of this just to relive what his English is like.
The game is now live. SI have another hit up with a charger, spitter,
Charger
tank.
missing.
Is that a tank? No, it's not a tank. Ignore me, I'm on drugs.
And the spit landing a spit on the balcony above the ground level.
Not as successful of a spit, but does slow the survivors down. Nick choosing to run through the drink a bit. So survivors now have one set of pills and 4 people who need them.
Yeah. This is just distance from here on out. They might as well just rush through the depot when they turn off the alarm. This
Just
just
deal
not
with
gonna
tank
hold up.
first.
Oh yeah.
Jockey pre-spawned up in front. Hunter coming in from behind. Charger also coming in with a boomer for support. Boomer gets a boom on 1. Charge going in gets leveled.
Oh,
nice level.
Nice.
There's the tank. Let's take this to an infected war room. Go, Jeff.
Go.
Rolling you. No, stop throwing rocks. They're just getting distant.
They're going to the event. Block them.
They're all slow, yo. Half of them are, like, slow.
Except Fosho.
Why are you throwing a rock? Just fucking go punch them.
Come in.
Alright, you.
Got her. Okay. That's always R2.
Check out.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, and there was Team Sinister's tank. A pretty comfortable wipe for R2 there with his tank. The survivors were in a pretty bad way going into the fight. Survivor dropped just as tank spawned, and then it was just a punch or two to finish off the rest of the team. But what do you think of that, Dragon?
Well, I think it was mostly a formality, to be honest. They'd be wiped with the way their health was, but still, it was a very good job, because the tank made sure they didn't get to the alarm, and from there he got the support. It was just plain sailing from there.
A couple of free love taps for the tank, and Bob's your uncle team wiped, so we'll now see Team Sinister take their survivor round and hopefully make up some distance and put a bit of a lead on.
Hey, let's stop shooting each
Yeah.
Current opening setup for the SI is a jockey, charger, smoker, and boomer.
mind shooting at me?
Same as before. We're going live.
And we are live. Oh, no, we've been aborted. Damn it! No more delays.
I can't imagine the pain of being aborted.
Start shooting some damn
Oh,
zombies.
you were born in a test tube, so...
I know. As the least likely person to ever experience abortion. They forced me to become an Asian accountant.
They forced me, they sent me to accounting school and wouldn't give me a calculator or an abacus. They just made me go over numbers.
They made me do it the hard way, yes.
It seems that we've lost one of the players from Team Cynister. Was that Shade that dropped out?
Boy,
Oh, R2.
It was R2. We have Briz in now, in place of R2. Yes, I can see it's Rochelle. But... oh, this is confusing.
So who would sub R2 then if he's dropping out?
I thought Wook was already here. See, you're as fucking useless as me!
I don't have them on my friends list, so I can't tell what they are by their current aliases.
Okay, so it was Briz, Shade, R2 and Reg. We wasn't sure it was Briz, we thought it was Wook or Leo that were playing instead of Briz.
y'all got to stop shooting me.
Seeing... oh, is he speaking a bit of Portuguese there?
WP is well played. As far as FTP goes, I don't really think I could take Fanix at his word, unfortunately.
No, you just can't. Firebox asking for a referee.
And as it's just been proven, Fanix cannot indeed be trusted.
Fanix don't seem to trust Ayla's mental capacity, Ayla being a